The ongoing battle between Fox correspondent Peter Doocy and White House spokesperson Karine Jean-Pierre, Doocy just got humiliated. At a White House press briefing, the Fox correspondent tried to play gotcha by asking about recent ads released by the Harris campaign promoting her support for more Border Patrol agents.
She's now promising to hire thousands more border agents than there are now under President Biden.
Wait, but start your question again.
How long have you guys known that Vice President Harris does not think that President Biden is effective with his border policy?
I mean, that you're making a huge jump. Why? She did not say this. This is something that you are assuming. I don't understand why you would assume that. It's not true.
She has a campaign ad where she is saying they need more Border Patrol agents. If President Biden's doing such a good job, why do they need any more border agents?
We both believe that. The president does want more Border Patrol agents. You know who's getting in the way? You know who's getting in the way? Republicans in Congress. They're getting in the way. You know who else is getting in the way? The former president, Donald Trump. He's getting in the way. I mean, there's no daylight here.
Actually, there may be some daylight in Peter Doocy's brain. Because the fact is, and this has been a major news story this year, Republicans in Congress, at the behest of Donald Trump, blocked their own border security bill. Trump did not want to hand the Biden-Harris administration a victory in an election year. Never mind how the bill, with bipartisan support, might have helped address the border problems. In other words, Donald Trump wants the problems to continue because he believes it will help him in November. But that is lost on Peter Doocy and contradicts GOP talking points. For her part, Harris is trying to neutralize voter perceptions that she is soft on the border. In her ad, Harris emphasizes her toughness. Watch.
Kamala Harris has spent decades fighting violent crime. As a border state prosecutor, she took on drug cartels and jailed gang members for smuggling weapons and drugs across the border. As vice president, she backed the toughest border control bill in decades. And as president, she will hire thousands more border agents and crack down on fentanyl and human trafficking. Fixing the border is tough. So is Kamala Harris.
Polling consistently shows that immigration and border security are among the top issues for voters. Donald Trump has consistently polled better on these issues than President Biden or Vice President Harris. So Harris is essentially trying to take a negative or drag on her campaign and at least neutralize it. Democrats in Congress are encouraging Kamala Harris not just to run more ads about immigration, but to detail her plans while giving stump speeches and making appearances. Vice President Harris has said that a border security bill will be one of her top priorities if she takes office. Democrats in Congress say that message needs to be repeated. Here's House lawmaker Robert Garcia of California.
We all know that Vice President Harris has been instrumental in actually working with the president to put forward an actual strong border plan. We know that's the case. Donald Trump, of course, put that aside and rejected it. He has no interest in actually doing anything to secure the border, whereas we know that Kamala Harris has been working on that very issue. But it's not just going to be about advertising in the ad. It's also going to be about ensuring that she goes out to every single state and talks the message.
Political analysts say it's easier for most voters, particularly low-information viewers of Fox News, to see that the border needs to be bolstered than to understand why certain legislation got killed. Anybody can see video of undocumented migrants crossing the border. There is no visual image of Donald Trump calling Republicans and telling them to block a bill. However, you would think that any self-proclaimed journalist, particularly somebody covering the White House, would know the political play of Donald Trump and Republicans. And it's sheer stupidity to think that Biden administration officials still wanting what was in the border security bill somehow undercuts their own previous efforts. But simple logic and basic thinking seem to escape Fox correspondent Peter Doocy. Whether that's intentional or not, the outcome is still the same. Doocy's gotcha questions make him look incredibly silly and underscore that he and his organization only seem to care about promoting right-wing propaganda. It is sad, and it is pathetic. By the way, Donald Trump's recent claims about Kamala Harris crowd sizes have renewed questions about Donald Trump's mental health.
He has completely lost it. This post is beyond question delusional.
On MSNBC, it was a reference to this. Trump posts absolutely bonkers conspiracy about Kamala Harris crowd size, easily disproven by video evidence.
And it's like Hitler when Hitler was moving around divisions that didn't exist in the last 10 days of the war in the Fuhrer bunker.
True Social. Has anyone noticed that Kamala cheated at the airport? There was nobody at the plane, and she AI'd it and showed a massive crowd of so-called followers, but they didn't exist. Check out that video at the link below. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.